Et on est reparti pour le chapitre 4 de Super Seducer 1. Donc là, cette fois, c'est dans un café. Obtenir son numéro. Ok. Plus intéressant que le livre. Ok. Le super bar où il n'y a personne dedans. Café. Non, c'est un bar. Oh non, on a un café. Bistrot. Demande si cette chaise est occupée, assis-toi avec elle avec un air coquin. Reste debout et demande-lui ce qu'elle lit. Demande-lui son avis sur ce que tu pourrais offrir à ton ami. Assis-toi en lui demandant. Ah, je m'incruste. Hein. Dis-lui qu'elle fait semblant de lire alors qu'en réalité elle cherche des hommes. Dis-lui que tu as lu ce livre et que le personnage meurt à la fin. Oh le connard. Putain. Oh. Voilà.
Hey, excuse me.
Hi.
Are you using this chair?
No.
Oh, great. I'll just join you then.
Okay.
How's it going?
That's all right. How are you?
Good. My name's Richard.
Richard Brenna.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can I help you?
Well, that all depends.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I just saw you reading and I thought I'd come and say hello because I have a few minutes before my friends come. So.
Oh, okay.
This is the right option. It will work if you pull it off with, a bit of a smirk, playfulness. So if it suits your character, this will work as a way to start a conversation in the coffee shop.
Prends-en plus à son sujet. Tiens, mais pourquoi je suis pas assis? Sers-toi des livres pour te vanter. Dis-lui que ses cheveux sont plutôt beaux et invite-la à venir chez toi. Ouais, on zappe les, on zappe les intermédiaires. Allez, on va chez moi. Hein. Demande-lui si elle vient souvent ici. Ah, ça fait un peu cringe ça. Apprends-en plus à son sujet. Ouais, là.
And you normally read philosophy?
No. I mean, I think, well, in every book there's a little philosophy. I'm not a huge Kafka fan. I was just in Prague recently.
He's from Czech Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's where his house is.
I didn't know, actually.
Yeah. Cool. Well, if you go, they'll talk about Kafka. So.
Nice. And what else do you like to read? Do you like
I generally read
fiction, non-fiction?
Fiction and like 20th century American lit.
Okay. Who's that, Mark Twain or something?
Like Salinger, or maybe I just recently read a novella called A Day No Pigs Would Die. It's really
A Day
nice.
No Pigs Would Die.
Yeah.
That's like when everyone's vegetarian or Muslim.
Well, I won't spoil it, but you're on the right track.
Oh yeah, nice one.
Yeah. What do you read?
I read a lot of different stuff. So I like business, biography, psychology, philosophy too, and I like old English classics and Russian classics.
Russian classics, such as
Tolstoy, Dostoevsky,
You
all,
like
all the
Tolstoy?
usual stuff. Yeah, I think he's a great
Whoa.
writer. And obviously in translation maybe it's different, but it's still very cool.
what about Bulgakov?
Yeah, Master Margarita and stuff.
like
Yeah,
Bulgakov.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, I like Russian lit.
Nice one. That's good. We have something in common already.
Yeah, I guess so. We do.
Correct. It's important to always focus the conversation on the girl as much as possible because then it's just going to be more interesting for her.
So, how are you able to be free in the middle of the morning on a Thursday?
Et toi alors?
Well, I do have a job, but it's kind of from the laptop, from home, or from anywhere. But say internet stuff, and with America, so in Europe, I need to wait until they wake up and whatever. So
Right.
I'm kind of free, and then can be working at home, lying in bed, lying on the balcony, generally lying down, working.
That's
So
nice.
that's cool. And how about you? How come you're not at work? No.
Well, I work at the university, so I have kind of an unusual schedule. I have some free time during the day and I work in the evenings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alors, fais une supposition en disant qu'elle a enseigné l'éducation sexuelle. Putain. J'étais pas prêt. Dis que tu n'es pas allé à l'université et que c'est une perte de temps. Allez, essaie de savoir si elle aime son travail ou bien si elle le fait juste pour l'argent. Non, je vais pas répondre là. Ouais, on va être un peu sérieux. Un peu.
So you teach at the university? That's interesting.
Yeah.
And tell me, do you actually like what you do or you do it just for money?
No, I really do like what I do.
Great. You feel like you're making a difference in people's lives and all of this?
Yeah, I actually do. I feel like what I do is important and that the information I convey will be valuable to these people and to my students.
That could be true because I still remember my teachers from primary school and in secondary school. I don't know if you're the same, but did you like the subjects most where the teachers were good? And then later maybe you weren't even interested in that subject. So a good teacher can just change the whole course of someone's life.
Absolutely. And like
What?
looking back and thinking, what years of school are your favorite? It's like, well, whatever year you had the good teachers, because what you learn is kind of irrelevant.
And you're a good teacher? They like you?
I think so. I hope so.
That's
I
cool.
try.
No, I like it, to be honest, because it's very rare. You know, most people just do their job for money and then they come and moan about it and they hate it. So it's good to meet someone like you who actually enjoys what they do and is making a difference.
Thanks.
This is a nice thing that you can ask anyone, so well done for picking this. It's the right option, and it can always lead to an interesting conversation. Whether she's into a job, she can tell you why, or she's not, and she can tell you something else that she's passionate about. And what's your subject? What do you teach?
American culture.
What does that entail?
So kind of quite a few different themes. For example, we kind of started with an overview of American values, which was really interesting.
Like freedom and stuff, yeah?
Things like that, and even more so, for example, an interesting one is how Americans relate to the future. Like it's something we feel like we can control in some sense. And
Like Back to the Future, the
Putain,
movie.
ça sort de nulle part.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, but Americans
Trop
think
geek,
that
trop
they
geek.
control their own destiny,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah?
Alors, demande de quoi il s'agit exactement et suppose que ça doit être l'invention des donuts et des hamburgers. On est en Amérique, hein. Demande-lui d'expliquer pourquoi c'est important, fais en sorte qu'elle soit fière de son travail. Qu'elle soit fière de son travail. Ils sont un peu en fraise des fois les trades. Ouais, là c'est.
In American culture, what's that? It's like George Steinbeck, Edgar Allan Poe, and all that stuff? Or?
Sure, that's part of it. Yeah, I think my focus is more on what we could call contemporary culture.
Britney Spears,
Sure,
Kanye.
sure,
Sérieux?
that is all
Yeah?
relevant. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it must be really interesting
Lol.
for the students. They're not learning about things thousands of years ago.
Yeah, I think so. And just kind of seeing how the Kanyes and the Kardashians, how their influence reverberates through American society and how that affects how
Yeah, the
Americans
Kardashians.
think.
And why is it useful for the students?
Because a lot of these students aren't going to stay in their home country, and
Yeah.
at some point they'll be interacting they'll either be in the United States or just interacting with Americans, and to have some perspective on their psychology or their ideology, whatever it is.
I guess
Is
it's
useful.
important, right? Because American culture is pervasive, you know, it's kind of
It could be
everywhere.
said, yes.
And seems to lead the world. I know that in England we're always like a few years behind America with all the trends and everything, and it all follows, and then Europe a little bit later. But no, it's pretty cool then. And more than that, it must be really interesting for the kids.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. When someone has something that they actually care about in their life, you don't want to tease them about it or denigrate it. So it's good to give them some validation on something like this, you know, the job that she's obviously passionate about.
I really enjoy my job, but there is this one little thing that's very frustrating for me. I've got this
Oula.
problem where I can't print all the copies
Oula.
that I need,
Oula.
but I want my students to all have their own copy to take home. But then I have to go to the printer like
Il a
every day,
déconnecté.
and it gets kind of expensive. So what do you think I should do?
Il a pas écouté. Putain. Dis que ça doit être ennuyeux et dis-lui de demander plus d'argent pour les impressions. Dis-lui qu'elle peut ignorer les collègues qu'elle n'aime pas. Réponds de manière vague car tu n'as pas écouté. Sois honnête et dis que tu as été distrait par une fille. Ah, ah la D, hein. Réponds de manière vague car tu n'as pas écouté. Enfin, en plus, elle a dû le griller. Elle a dû le griller 3000. Allez, l'honnêteté. Allez, aide-moi, honnêteté.
Um, look, to be honest, did you see that girl that just walked by?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she's gone now, but she had like amazing long legs and just the
Et ça
perfect
dérape.
ass on there, and she looked back and winked at me or something, like smiled, and I was
Ouais, éloigne-toi. Ouais.
totally distracted. But anyway, give me a second to chill. Hang on.
Oh putain.
So, right, something about work. Yeah, problem at work.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
It's not important.
she was unbelievable, to be
Okay.
honest. Anyway. Okay, but that's cool. So, problem at work, but otherwise, all good in your life.
Yeah.
The lesson here is that there's one thing being honest, which is, saying actually that girl distracted me, and then there's another when you're going into all the detail and being kind of dirty.
Ouais, mais
Girls
je t'ai
just
pas
aren't
demandé
ready
de
for that.
parler comme ça non plus. Putain. Ah ouais, non, mais là, je réponds de manière vague, mais je vais me vautrer là. C'est la gaufritude là. Qu'est-ce qu'elle a dit déjà? J'ai oublié.
Well, when you have a problem like this, it's important to. That's it. You should talk to your boss about the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
not important, but talk to them in a way that shows that you're on their side
Okay.
and that you want the best for the department, and should be okay.
Okay. That's pretty good advice.
Oops, looks
Oh,
like you
la
got a little
palette.
bit distracted there, but I understand why it happened. There was a very beautiful girl going by. So you got your teaching thing, and what else is important in your life? What else do you love to do?
I really love dogs, and I love to travel.
Travel.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you travel a lot?
I've traveled quite a bit these last couple years, especially.
Nice. And where are some places you've been?
In Europe, I've been in Prague, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia.
Nice. All of Eastern Europe and kind of
Yeah.
former USSR, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. And tell me, what's the absolute best place you've seen? Like, if people who have never travelled anywhere say, where's the best place that I should see? Where is it?
I would actually say that you should go to the United States and go see the Grand Canyon. It's amazing. I can't do it justice with words, but it's wonderful.
Okay.
Good. Raconte-lui tes aventures dans le Grand Canyon. Mais c'est vrai? Est-ce qu'il a vraiment eu des aventures dans le Grand Canyon? Enfin, je l'imagine en Indiana Jones avec un fedora là. Dis-lui que tu n'y es jamais allé mais que ça te plairait. Ah mais du coup c'est du pipeau là. Si on n'y est jamais allé. Ou alors c'est du pipeau la baie quand on dit qu'on n'y est pas allé alors qu'on y est allé. Dis-lui que c'est un endroit nul et qu'il n'en même pas de wifi. Ah putain. Réponse de geek là. Demande-lui plus de détails sur ce qu'elle aime en particulier, sur ce qu'elle a aimé. Dis-lui que ton voyage préféré était en Thaïlande et donne-lui des détails sur tes relations sexuelles que tu as eues. Ça partait bien pourtant, ça partait bien. Mais au moins c'est mieux comme ça. C'est mieux de dire que on va parler des relations sexuelles plutôt que de dire dis-lui que ton voyage préféré était en Thaïlande et que le gars complète derrière. En fait, j'ai baisé comme un porc. C'est pas plus mal d'avoir la précision avant. Euh... Ouais, la D, la D. Oh, allez.
Actually, I went there as well, and it was very beautiful. But tell me, what did you really like about it?
Well, I suppose the fact that it is beautiful, and I think I was there at a time in my life when it was really impactful. So I was the
C'est
right
beau,
age, and it was the right time, and so it was meaningful to me. But I'm excited to return. I think next summer I'll go back.
Oh yeah, very cool. I'd like to go back as well. So if I'm in America and I'm nearby the Grand Canyon, which I guess nothing's nearby, but if I also want to go,
You're in Phoenix.
yeah, Phoenix, Arizona, then yeah, we could go. It'd be
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Mais ils sont en Amérique pourtant.
Good one. That's exactly right. When someone can talk about something passionately, you want to give them a chance to do that, not cut them off, talk about yourself, ask boring questions. Just give them a chance to open up. This is the perfect subject to connect on. Oh, should I say that? No. Oh,
What?
I've run out of things to say.
Ah putain. La tête. Oula. Regarde là dans les yeux et attends qu'elle parle. Ah putain. Ah, t'as détourné le regard. Bah tiens, détourne le regard et regarde autour de toi en cherchant quelque chose à dire. Dis que tu n'aimes pas les silences gênants. Bon là clairement elle va pas parler hein, donc c'est pas la peine de la regarder. La tronche. Oh la tête des deux là putain. Bon, on fait quoi? euh... Ouais, regardez autour. Ça fait un peu trop explosion du quatrième mur si. Ah j'aime pas les silences gênants. Ouais la B.
Um. You've got a necklace on. Was it a present or when
Yeah.
you bought it?
It was a gift.
Does it have a special memory?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. Wrong choice. Now, this is actually what 95% of guys do, but in this case, it shows weakness and just not good. Tell me some things you like to do for fun.
Well, as long as I can remember, I've always loved playing volleyball, so that's something
okay.
I try to do whenever I can.
Nice. I played it at school. They had
Yeah.
it in my school, but since then I didn't. But I go to Barcelona a lot and they play on the beach. Do you play beach volleyball?
I will, yeah.
Oh, very
In a
nice.
pinch.
Are you very good?
Yeah.
You can do that where you jump and smash
sure.
it down. Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's harder on the beach because the nets are higher, but yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a cool hobby. And anything else you do?
Ah ouais, le filet.
Yeah, probably the thing I do the most is study Russian for hobbies.
Hobbies. J'aime apprendre à parler le russe. Ils ont des bons cornichons hein, là-bas. Dis-lui que c'est stupide, que Poutine est méchant et que les Russes sont des idiots buveurs de vodka. Putain. Ah, génial. Complimente-la en disant qu'elle a choisi une langue difficile. Ah, ça, j'ai tellement envie de faire là. Putain. Poutine, il est méchant. Les Russes, c'est des idiots. Ils boivent tout le temps de la vodka. Every day I'm drinking, every day I'm drinking, every day I'm drinking, da 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 da. Dis-lui que tu étais très mauvais en langue à l'école. Vante-toi en lui parlant dans toutes les langues que tu maîtrises. Ouais, compliment, compliment.
Russian?
Yeah.
Ah, you know, I meet loads of people that speak, French, English, obviously Spanish, German, but Russian, it's really rare to meet someone who speaks Russian. It's pretty cool. How come you chose
Tu
that?
veux
I
apprendre?
don't really have a good reason. When I was in high school, I had the opportunity to do a study abroad, and my choices were France and Russia, and I didn't want to go to France, so
What?
I went to Russia, and then I just never quit.
I actually like that you chose something tough and that you stuck with it. And, you know, like I said, most people take the easy options all the time. So it's interesting and cool that you did that.
Thank you.
Nice one. You know, when a girl has something that is a real talent, something that she should be proud of, something she's worked hard on, that's the kind of thing you don't want to tease her too much on. So, you know, say well done, say you respect that, and say why, and then go deeper into it, because, you know, you need to find out why she would do that, why she was interested, what would make her spend the time on it. And it's going to lead to interesting conversation, make her feel good as well.
I noticed you have an accent. Do you mind if I ask where you're from?
England, actually.
Whereabouts?
Was born in London, but actually, you know what? When I was young, I lived in South London, and they have a strong accent there. It's like South London and things like this. But because I travelled a lot and I moved, I've lost most of my accent. But do I still sound British to you?
Yes, very much.
Oh, that's good.
T'aimes mon accent britannique, hein? Le cliché. Dis-lui que ton accent britannique rend les filles folles, que ça te fait Richard. Intenable. Parle de la façon dont les étrangers voient les Anglais et demande-lui comment les gens se comportent avec les Américains. Ah. Ça peut être pas mal. D'assez.
So you like the English accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people like it. They say it's
Pleasant.
kind of sexy, but maybe that's just when I speak it. But it's quite interesting actually being English, because in some places like America, we have a very good reputation, and in some places like Spain, where all the English people go and kind of party and like the hooligans go drinking and stuff, their reputation's quite bad. But how do you find it being an American and traveling?
It depends on where you're at, but I guess generally people have kind of negative stereotypes about the United States and Americans, but I don't know. It seems that a lot of people are willing to take you and judge you individually and not.
That's good, right?
on a bunch of-
We're lucky. We don't have any real racism or anything really bad against us almost anywhere we go, right?
Yeah, that's true.
This is the right choice, and it's always interesting to talk about cultural differences so it can lead to some nice conversation.
Alors, dis-lui qu'elle te plaît, que tu voudrais la revoir et demande-lui son numéro. Dis-lui que tu la trouves incroyablement belle et que tu voudrais l'inviter à un rendez-vous. Elle est canon en vrai. Demande-lui ce qu'elle aime faire de son temps libre. Est-ce qu'on n'a pas trop parlé là en vrai? Ouais. Je sais pas. Après là. Et du coup ouais. Mais du coup c'est la fin le A. On s'en va là. Oh allez.
Well, listen, it's been wonderful speaking with you, so maybe I could get your number and we hang out sometime.
I'm sorry, it really was nice talking to you, but I just, I don't think so.
Ah ouais.
Why, you don't like men, or you have a boyfriend?
I just don't want to see you again.
Ah ouais.
Okay, but it was nice, right? Nice
Yeah, it was alright.
conversation. Yeah, I liked it too. Yeah, well, I wasn't going to see you again as well. I just said it to be polite. But
Okay.
That's all right. Don't worry about that. Cool. See you then. Enjoy your book.
Thank
and
you.
Coffee and yeah.
Wow.
This is a case of going for the number when you're not sure that she likes you. If you are having an open conversation, if you find things that you could do together, if she's smiling, then you can ask for the number. If you ask for it otherwise, you know, even if you're persistent, it's likely to fail.
Bon, bah on va continuer de parler.
What do you like to do in, I don't know, for fun, like in the evening? Because you study Russian and whatever, but do you drink, dance, anything else?
All of the above, yeah.
Yeah? At the same time?
When the mood strikes, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like going out sometimes, cocktail bars, different bars. Do you smoke shisha?
Hookah.
Yeah, hookah you call it in America, right?
Yeah, I have from time to time. I'm not a huge fan, but
I quite like it. They say it's really unhealthy, but
it
I think
seems unhealthy.
once a month. But you don't cough after it, so therefore...
It's healthy?
Yeah, so we need to do it sometime, like shisha, hookah, cocktails, and then dancing.
Oh, maybe.
When you want to transition to seeing someone again, it's very good to build up a picture of the kind of things that they do, the way they spend their time, because you might find a mutual connection. You find that you share some activities, or that you do some things that she wants to do, she does some things that you'd like to try, and then it makes it very easy to then go on and suggest the date from there and take the number. And do you have any other outdoor, like, active stuff you like to do?
Yeah.
Volleyball, but anything else?
Yeah, I grew up in the country, so I really enjoy a lot of nature activities. I like hiking and I love fishing.
Fishing?
Fishing, yeah.
A girl who likes fishing?
It happens. Yeah,
Wow.
we exist.
That's interesting. I've never done fishing, but I love the outside as well, you know, walking in parks or hiking if you've got somewhere like that. How about bicycle?
I like that too.
Yeah. Well, that's something else we could do one day, like take some bicycles, ride out somewhere.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Cool.
Alors, demande-lui ce qu'elle a prévu de faire cette semaine, touche son visage. Demande-lui quel genre d'homme elle aime, utilise la technique du cube, un test psychologique. Ah, je veux le test.
Are you interested in psychology?
Yeah.
Have you ever done this psychology test called the cube? Alright, it's really interesting. Do you want to do it just right now? It takes like 1 minute and it will tell you all about your personality.
Sure.
Okay, so close your eyes and I want you to imagine that you're in some place, there's like a landscape, anything you like, and in that landscape there's a cube somewhere, and describe to me what the cube looks like.
Okay, it's silver.
Yeah.
It's floating.
Okay.
It's small, like the size of a die.
Okay, cool. And then somewhere in relation to the cube is the ladder. Can you describe the ladder?
Okay, it's green. It's not. It's one of these ladders, not one of these ladders.
How big is it?
Like 3 times the size of a person.
Okay, pretty big. And then somewhere in this scene there's a horse.
Okay.
And can you tell me like what it's doing and what it looks like and stuff?
It's grazing. It's a paint.
Okay.
And it looks very healthy.
Is it close to the cube or not?
It's probably 30 feet from the cube.
Okay. And somewhere there are some flowers. Tell me about the flowers.
The flowers are by the horse. The horse is eating the flowers.
Ah, that's interesting. And the final thing, somewhere there's a storm. Where is it?
In the distance, near the mountains.
Very good. All right, open your eyes. So this tells you, this tells me about your character. So the cube represents your view of yourself, and if it's very big, it means you've got a huge ego. And it's quite small, so it means you're quite humble. But then it's silver, so you think, you know, you have that self-confidence that you've got something, you know, special and a little bit shiny, and that's good. And then the ladder represents your ambitions. So the fact that it's quite big and bigger than the cube and not like under it or whatever else means that you have quite big ambitions So the horse represents your man, so it was quite good that he's healthy and looks good, and that he's nearby, right? He's not far away, which would mean he's not on the horizon or anything. And then the flowers represent your children that you're going to have in the future. So it's good that
Donc
the man
ton homme
is
va
near
manger
them,
tes
but he's
enfants.
not like an absentee dad or something, right? But a bit strange that he's eating them. So I don't know what to think about that.
Ouais,
The final
grave.
point is positive as well. It means that you have a sunny disposition because your problems are represented by the storm and it's in the distance. Some people have the storm overhead and it just means that they've always got problems, or that at that
merde.
moment they're in a dark period in their life. So does it sound pretty accurate?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's very cool.
Énorme.
This is quite interesting. It's a psychological
Comment ça, c'est
game.
jaune?
There's a book on it, and a lot of pickup artists have used it. It's quite an interesting psychological test. Again, like, the reason it's not the best choice is it's better if you can do without it. But if you'd like some, little tricks and tools that you can carry around with you and use when necessary, this is okay and you can use it. So it doesn't destroy anything, but I'd say it's not the best option.
Propose-lui d'aller boire un verre et prends son numéro, dis que tu as quelques minutes et invite-la pour... Quelques minutes, hein, pas trop longtemps. Propose-lui d'aller faire une randonnée à l'occasion et prends son numéro, dis-lui que tu la recontacteras. Que tu la contacteras. Ah, j'ai fait assez de choix dégueulasses, on va pas prendre la baie. Fait un peu, je vous contacterai. La A. Voilà.
So listen, we should meet one day, go for drinks. What do you think?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so there's my phone. Just put your number. I'll be in touch. Cool. Not the best way to go for a date because it's very general and you've had a lot of conversation, a lot of opportunity to find out things that you could do together that would be more interesting. So to go to the old traditional date is not the best option, but not that bad, so it's still okay.
Alors dis-lui au revoir, sois chaleureux et dis-lui que tu es heureux de l'avoir rencontré, dis-lui de revoir froidement. Dis-lui au revoir froidement et que tu dis que tu la contacteras. Serre-lui la main pendant un long moment. Dis-lui au revoir en la serrant dans tes bras, puis embrasse-la. Oh. Voilà, ça me semble assez évident. Ça fait tripoteur, hein. Voilà.
Well, look, I should be heading off, but it was great meeting you. Really cool. Really happy to meet you, and yeah, see you. Bye.
Bye.
Oops, got right to the ends, but this is a little bit too much. Being warm at this point, totally unnecessary, and if anything, makes you look like a little bit of a wussy and might make her change her mind about seeing you again.
Monsieur tout le monde.
This is the right option. It will work if you